Hello and welcome to another Mickfield Hosters mini movie, and in this particular episode I would like to just share a couple of tips with you how I managed to keep my hosters looking nice and uneaten during the course of the season. And the equipment I've got here, apart from the frying pan we'll come back to shortly, is a little glass jar, a square glass jar, and a jar with some standard metaldehyde based slug pellets in it. You don't have to use metaldehyde based slug pellets, other ones are good but probably not quite as effective. And what I'll do is I'll get David to come over and show you what I do so that I don't have to put the camera down. And what he's doing here is just putting a half a teaspoon of slug pellets into the jar. And that's the easy bit. Then you've got to think like a snail. Where would you hide in the heat of the day? And here, just for illustration, David's popping it underneath a little pieris. What you want to do is select somewhere that's really quite dark and preferably damp, because that's where snails like to hide. And quite often at the base of walls or fences, that's quite a good place. Now you can see what he's done there is pop the jar on its side, and that's the only reason for doing that is to keep the pellets dry. If you keep them dry, you keep them active for a long period of time. You can also effectively isolate them from other forms of wildlife that may be passing by. I will just return briefly to the frying pan, and David's just going to pop a pot in there. Do you want to put some water in there? The watering can. Now all I do here, I quite like using metallic containers because snails don't like climbing up metallic containers, and that's enough, that's lovely. All we do is just put a little mote of water in there, and what that does, it takes the guesswork out of watering your plant, and it's a natural barrier against snails. They really don't like metallic containers for a start, and they need air to breathe, so they don't cross water barriers. As long as you make the distance between your pot and the side of the shallow dish or tray slightly wider than a snail can stretch, invariably you don't tend to have any damage. It creates a little island for your plant. Obviously you don't have to use frying pans, you can use something more attractive, but as I said, consider metallic containers because they do have a double hit, if you like. And that's that for now. I should probably return some point during the year and give you some more tips. Bye for now.